Let's fucking go. Early morning recording. We're not waiting the usual 2 weeks like we usually do to record this. We've decided to up the work ethic a little bit. It's a Menace Minifan network staple that we've got to do as many shows as possible from the same faces. So we're now we're planning on uploading a show maybe every 2-3 days. Thinking I might just record a bunch of shows under my own name. Tim's going to have all his shows. Like, it's going to be like a big family tree. So, Tim, why don't you come in and introduce your other shows?
Well, you're off to a hot start. Your internet's dog shit again.
No, it's not. Did you get any of that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, you're just like you're like an 8-bit image. You're very pixelated.
Don't about that.
Yeah.
I'm fucking glowing.
We're back. We're back already. Too soon?
That's all right. We can just drop it whenever. But this is it's an exciting episode. It's just past 8 a.m. in the morning. I'm fired up. I'm ready to go. I got fuck all sleep last night, and yet I woke up fired up. The washing machine, I don't know if you can hear it. The washing machine's just finished. I'm gonna hang all the washing out. Beautiful sunny day. I mean, it's great. How good do we feel, right? What time is it over there?
It's 9:20 in the evening.
On a Saturday night.
On a Saturday night, the missus has gone out for some sort of like meal and drinks with all like the girls. So I'm a bit peace and quiet, nice and lovely and calm. I did tread on a slug just before she went out though. So I got into our bedroom. Have you ever trodden on a slug before?
Not really from memory. No. I step on enough dog shit.
That's what I thought it was. So, like the way that our apartment's laid out, the bedroom has like big double French doors that like lead out into like the patio bit, and that's where I walk the dog. And I put like my slider flip flop things on, like sit the dog out, and because I do it like 5 times. Like she's obviously my dog has like a back operation, so I'm still walking it with a sling. So I'm not really paying attention to what's on the floor.
I'm not laughing, by the way.
Yeah, have a good laugh at that, mate. Fucking dark bastard. So I walk the dog with like this sling thing, and I'm not really looking at the floor. I'm looking at like her legs, like trying to make sure that I'm like doing everything right. And then I came back in, and in like the 15 minutes I had her out there, a slug had made its way from the patio, like onto the carpet in our bedroom, and I trod on it, and it fucking exploded. It was absolutely disgusting. So I got there just as she was like leaving the house. I got an absolute bollocking. Clean that up. It's disgusting. So I haven't yet. I'll do that in a bit.
Yeah, I got a couple of notes, a couple of questions from that. So the sling. So explain this to me. So is that like what are you talking about? Is that like some sort of contraption that goes under the dog's tummy? Like, how does that work? Or does it like hold up its ass?
Yeah, essentially, yeah. And if by contraption you mean dressing gown cord, then yeah.
So this isn't like a mandated thing from the doctor. This is you trying to be.
No, yeah. It is. But she's so small because she's a like tiny little sausage dog.
Right.
If you have like a big chunky sling, it just doesn't work. So you just need like a tiny little dressing gown cord thing.
Right. And also, I guess another question I had was the image of you know how like dogs like they really arch their back to take a dump.
Yeah.
What's your dog look like? What's your dog look like when it shits?
She sort of tries to do that, but I think what's quite helpful is where you've got like the cord underneath her stomach. When she's out walking, I think it like stimulates and like pushes the shit out a little bit. So she shits quite well, pisses quite well.
Really?
Yeah. And also, I've now because like when it first happened, the vets have to show you how to express their bladder, so you have to like squeeze the piss out of them. So I'm now like quite good at just like squeezing a bit of piss out of the dog. Quite easy. Anyway, this wasn't quite what we
hang on, I got more points. The Doris is she's no longer, but she used to be a dog groomer. And
really?
do you know anything about dogs' anal glands?
Yeah, they fucking stink if you don't get them cleaned out.
Yeah. So she was like showing me how to do it on the dog. You've got to like push against like the sides of its asshole, and it pushes shit out.
Oh, fucking hell.
It's so crazy. It's on YouTube. You can watch it on YouTube if that's your thing.
Yeah, I'll get straight onto that. If you wait a second, but here you go. First task for Menace. First task for Menace. Insert a clip of a dog having his anal glands cleaned now.
It's crazy, and like the owner's like, when you take your dog to the vet, and you're like patting its head while they're getting worked on, just getting its asshole fingered. I freaked out the Doris the other day because we've both got a dog, and her dog's a scent hound. So when it gets a sniff, it doesn't come back, it doesn't listen at all. So she keeps on the lead at all times. And my dog, I walk off the lead. I haven't walked her on a lead. Yeah, like for a whole walk for fucking years since she was a puppy. And we're walking down this trail, and she loves going to bushes and trying to find whatever animal she can. And anyway, I look over behind some bushes, and I see water splashing up everywhere. And I thought, oh shit! And ran through the bushes, and Lara had fallen into the river. And like she couldn't get out. I don't know how long she was in there for, but she was just head above the water. I had to throw my phone out. I drove in enough. I got a little wet, but I had to like.
You got in there.
No, I didn't get in there, but I had to lean in from like the side of the fucking river and get myself all dirty and then because she's a big kelpie, she's fucking 30-something kilos or whatever the hell she is, and I had to pull her up by the arms, but freaked her out. I'll tell you what, it's not the first time. She's done that 2 or 3 times. So I've had to save her a little bit, but freaked out the old lady. I'll tell you what. Poor baby. I want to try and get her on camera. She never wants to come on though. She
was on there last time, Laura.
I know, but I gotta like force her. I gotta pull her up because I was real anal about not letting. I hate dogs that jump. Shout out Gus.
Yeah.
So she's afraid of jumping up because I'll fucking scream at her. So she was really, even when I'm inviting her, she's really anti.
Yeah. Oh, what's that you drinking there?
You don't like my feminine coffee cup?
That is a lovely cup.
You don't like it?
It makes a nice change that for once I'm not recording at 8 a.m. before work.
Yes.
And you're the one that's had to get up a little bit early.
Yeah, and I'm not
disappointed
slurring.
Though that you.
Well, neither of us are slurring.
Yeah. Disappointed though that you haven't.
This is what you'd have for breakfast, you fucking dog cunts. A fucking VB long neck at 20 to 8 in the fucking morning. Get that up, yeah.
I mean, that is crazy shit. You ever drank like first thing in the morning?
On stag days and stuff.
Yeah, I couldn't even do that when I was like 18. That's fucked up. I don't know.
It's normally like when you're on holiday or on a stag do or something, where you got no choice, where you're there for like 3 days, like in some European city. You just got to go straight back on it.
What's your favourite European city?
Oh, that's a good question.
Everybody says
Maybe
Prague. Berlin.
Prague's very cool. I like Prague. It's a very nice city.
Isn't
I've
Prague
had a
like
reputation
for there's like beer taps at every like table and you can pour your own and shit.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, that's exactly what we did.
And
I went there for a stag do, which is like the cliche. Like everyone goes to Prague like for a 3-day stag do. But yeah, it was actually like a beautiful city, like really, really nice. The country itself is amazing as well.
What is that?
What are you going to say?
Czech Republic, Czechia. Is that what that is?
Well, if you look at my photo,
Thomas Rosicki.
There we go.
Yes.
There you go.
And people are convinced, like I was, people are convinced that is you. He looks like a Tom.
It was someone on Twitter, Ghost of Cullinane earlier, shout out Germany, said
why?
Why shout out Germany? I think he lives in Germany, doesn't he?
Oh, you're telling the story.
I'm not telling the story. It's just facts about a Minifan.
It is? Right, well, Ghost of Cullinane, sound off in the chat down here.
Should probably check that he's alright. I think that's known.
Where'd you get that from?
I can't remember. I don't know. he's always, I don't know, maybe like the timing of his tweets, and then he's like posted some stuff in German. And I might just ask him.
You did?
I say him, it might be her. Yeah, we would. No, actually, wait, yeah, focus. So, what were we talking about before that?
I don't know. I don't think it matters. Continue. Oh, favorite city.
So, I think we need to do a little bit of a recap of where we are. So we've had one show on the MMN, the Menace Fan Network, right?
Yes.
And that was actually broadcast last night after Menace live with Kirk, and then kind of overlapped a little bit, but just before Michael and Minifan.
Yes.
So it was a little bit of a different show to what we've done previously. We went heavily into the network show rankings, which, just to kind of pull the curtain back a little bit, that was because Menace, when it was only after we signed the deal to come over, he said you have to, much the same as his request to Kirk, he said that we had to do minimum 40% network talk every show, otherwise we wouldn't broadcast it.
Yep.
So we've got to try and hit that every show, otherwise, yeah, we're off. We're done.
We've done a lot so far.
Yeah. So, well, that was looking like last year, like 90% of it.
Right.
Although actually, we did talk more probably about like your McDonald's robbery, my little bow tie when I worked at a Chinese restaurant. Anyway, my bone to pick with the CEO. We'll see if he actually goes back and watches this, because I've got a bone to pick. He then DM'd us this morning, so the day after it broadcast, saying we did too much Miniverse talk and only the hardcore Minifans would know what we're talking about.
It was pretty scathing, wasn't it?
Yeah, what's your take on that? That he's messaging us, slagging himself, giving us shit for doing too much network talk after he demanded we do network talk.
Right. Yeah, he's Are you a little worried? There's a couple of red flags already, huh? Like all those people that were saying that he's a control freak, maybe they're true. I don't know. I've not. Yeah, go on.
Censorship. He bleeped out something at the start of the show.
That's true, which he said he wouldn't do. So he's already lying.
He said he wouldn't.
Right.
However, there were things that we did ask him to edit in and to do that he didn't bother doing, because I don't know if he just couldn't be bothered, or he's not competent enough. And I've actually got, if you just hold with me, I've got an example. So, yeah, Menace, when you're watching this back and editing it, obviously you're going to have to cut about 60% of this shit out that we put in.
Yeah.
But can you also insert a picture of a 14-year-old boy wearing a paisley waistcoat and a bow tie now? Ready? Now. Can you believe fucking Australian idiot didn't put in a picture of a 14-year-old boy in a waistcoat and a bow tie for us?
Well, I think that like Menace kind of likes that, because remember that's been like the peak of his life, was doing his Worming commercial where he's like a little. I mean, 14 is probably 14 is probably a little old, but you know, you dress up a little boy and you know, and have images of that. That's a Menace favorite right there. So I think potentially, yeah. I don't know what he I don't know what he censored, but yeah, I'm hearing there's a few things, and we did make a few requests of, like you said, we made requests on other things that didn't happen. So
yeah, we asked him to put stuff in, we asked him to take stuff out. He didn't do any of it. It was only the one thing at the start which we weren't worried about saying, and that he decided to take out. He also said in a message earlier to this that I was embarrassing because the entire episode was me talking about how I basically wanted to fuck Pat Ford, Johnny Warren, and Bobby Costa.
Well, do a fuck, marry, kill then.
Oh. So here you go. All right, okay, I can do this. So I'm gonna have to kill Bobby Costa, because
Oh, really?
my girlfriend saw. Well, do you know why? Because he's my girlfriend's. I showed her the video. Like, I never showed this shit, but I showed her the video of him doing that, like Bobby Costa 2024 in the presidency thing. That I showed the clip last week. That I fucking love. I showed her that, and she described him as dreamy looking. So he's got to go. He's too risky.
He'd be a little toy boy, wouldn't he? Because I think you've got a couple of years. Like he looks young, isn't he? He'd be early 20s, wouldn't he?
I don't know. I've no idea.
So that's
maybe 10 years difference. Yeah.
Once things get a little stale in the old Smith household, you can give him a call, spice it up.
Well, no, it's unsurprising. I don't want my other half to be fucking Bobby Costa.
Right. Okay. All right. So we're killing Bobby.
That's why I've got to kill him. Got to get rid of him.
Righto.
I mean, I guess you've got to. If you look at Pat Ford and Johnny Warren, like Johnny Warren's marriage material, Pat Ford's a fucking batshit lunatic. So you probably got to shag him, haven't you?
That'd be great sex, wouldn't it, with Pat Ford? That's what
yeah,
you're saying.
Fucking. It would be the maddest shit ever. Can you imagine? His insane, crazy eyes. His intense fade that he's got recently. Just yeah. That would be my trick. So.
Whereas John's the kind of guy that you want to bring home to your mother.
Yeah, just like very wholesome, lovely guy. Yeah, bring him home to Mother Smith.
Is it?
Yeah. So that's my.
Granny Smith.
Yeah, very good. Good apple it is. Should have made it better. I thought. You should have made it. Yeah, there was an opportunity to make a better joke there. I don't like them apples. No,
okay.
like Granny Smith is an apple, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes, it sure is. Wait, do you not have them in English?
So I could. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, what I should have said, I should have made a joke saying, like, here you go, Granny. How'd you like these apples, Smiths? I don't know.
Thank you. Anyway, I appreciate the curtain pull. Continue.
Next on my list. So here we go. A little clip from Menner's Live last night, and I'll get your take on it.
And look, I gotta let's give Menner's credit. Okay, he had booking for a month. We got names like Pat Ford, Kane, John and Warren, guys I've never seen before. It was incredible.
A fresh new batch.
So I've got 2 questions for you, Jackson. First of all, what's your thoughts on Menner's booking or bookings and how he actually did? Did he just go for like the soft easy route? Second question, I've seen a few tweets today saying, I think the exact quote from one of them was, Menner's bent over, took it up the arse from Kirk, and Menner's did it was an exhibition in blowing Kirk for an hour. Did he turtle up and just take it from Kirk?
Yeah, well, I think that I think you're kind of correct on both things. Where Kirk kind of just walked all over him, didn't he? And that was I gotta say, it was fun to watch. It was nice when he ended up getting John in, and John was just giggling away. Yeah, I don't think he had much to say. He said about 6 words while giggling the whole time. But I also think that with the guest booking, like Menace said he was going to do that. He didn't say he was going to fucking get into all these random cunts. And then he also took, but he did also take credit for some of the ones that were already scheduled. Like he's denied it, but Fax was coming in anyway, right? We had talked about that for a long time. Fax was scheduled for that date. He was already coming in, right? He claims the Steve Robertson booking, but Steve Robertson was booked. Remember on Kirk's birthday, Steve Robertson was already booked.
Yep.
So I think maybe that's why he's relinquished the role so easily. Because, well, I mean, what's the difference?
It was on a platform already.
He organized the same people, except he just did it 2 weeks prior. You know, which I mean, credit where it's due. That's it. Like that is important. Can't
that's not untrue.
TikTok. So that's essentially that, yeah. But you're right on both points there.
And then I've got one more. Actually, I'm gonna say that one. There was yes, here we go. So this is a big statement from Menace yesterday, right? And this pertains to me, you, one other person.
Hey guys,
I think,
about me.
Joe, everybody that's on my network is very, very satisfied. So, bad question.
True or false?
Oh, I'm always satisfied. Yeah, I'm always.
And as
really-
always leaves you satisfied.
Yeah, I'm always coming to the network, and yeah, it feels great. Who do you reckon? Yeah, who's he talking about the most? You reckon?
There's only got one
gonna-
fucking person on the network. It's Kane.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm trying to think of anyone other than Kane.
It's just Kane and then me and you.
Freddie Lynn fucked
like-
off.
PRC is like a kind of a guest on 3 Up 3 Down. Which, here you go. There's a segue for you. What's happening today?
Why don't you send the link?
Okay, I will. But why don't you just introduce it to the viewers? and
Well,
listeners?
you could wait till he's backstage.
Okay, all right.
That's more a better thing. Wait till he's backstage, and then he'll hear the intro, and then you can put him in, or he'll be down here. Where is he? He'll be down there. So,
Thank you, Tim Smith.
not big news, but a big well, he's just been fantastic on the network. I rewatched it because I was at work when I had it on the Big Mac Challenge the other day, and so I actually watched it properly yesterday. I don't think I rated that show highly enough because he's a very smart man. So I think he's gonna have more ideas. This isn't like I did rate it. I think an 8.3. I gave it, which is good. That's fair. But I think if we were to rate that in the next few months, I think it might be far and away the best show. But anyway, we'll see how that goes.
Well, that was why I gave it a higher rating, didn't I? Because I said, like, if you look at episode 1 and episode 2,
Yeah, but you gave
exponentially,
everything like 9.7. You fucking idiot.
No, I gave context. You're an idiot. Anyway.
Oh God! Bite your fucking Australian tongue. What?
Right, I got that one in.
Thank you, Tim Smith.
Yeah, no problem. What's a pig in blanket?
Well, that's not what it's called here. You know what that is, obviously. That's why you asked.
Well, no, because I think it means something different. What does it mean in Australia? If someone's to say to you, "Here's a pig in blanket," what would you say? Oh, what would you expect to see? Sorry,
A puffy dog.
a puppy dog.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot. What are you talking about?
That's what they called here.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. We need to. There's only one man that we can ask this question to, and we're gonna have to bring him in now.
All right.
I'll let you. I'm gonna bring
Where
him
is
in.
he? Bring him in.
Right. You get into it.
PRC. Where is he? The big dog.
There he
He's
is.
currently eating puppy dogs.
What's happening with puppy dogs?
That's a good question, P.S.
I think. What's wrong with puffy dog? I think that's a great name. It's a miniature dog in puff pastry. No?
A puppy
What a
so-
great cool name that is. Yeah, puppy dog.
So I think
Pig in blanket.
I don't know if PRC heard the start of this conversation.
I did not.
No. So my question was, if someone was to say to you, "Oh, here's a pig in blanket," what would you expect to be presented to you?
Hot dog wrapped in like a croissant.
So you're saying the same then?
Is it? Is it actually a croissant, or is that like just some weird terminology you guys have?
Yeah. It's
Pastry.
the way we make it is you buy the croissant like in the biscuit tube, and you pick the hot dog out, and the croissant's all rolled out. You put the
I
hot
don't
dog
even know
on
what
it,
that means.
and then you just kind of you wrap the croissant around the hot dog and then cook it.
I know what you mean. The tubes where you kind of like pop the top.
Just to be
and
fair,
you
I've never
fill-
actually like made them.
Just
I buy them from the packet.
So they're completely different in England.
Well,
pig in blanket.
as we know,
It's not a hot dog.
Yeah, what do you
It's
got?
not a hot dog sausage. It's just a regular little tiny sausage, like a little snack size sausage, and then it's wrapped in bacon. That's a
Right.
pig in blanket. There's no pastry.
That's a popper.
Is bacon a blanket?
A popper.
Tim?
Yeah, when we wrap the stuff in bacon in Indiana, we call it a popper,
Yeah.
like shrimp poppers.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I've heard of that. I had
What kind of pizza
poppers
you
when
eating?
I was the shakaroni, Papa John's.
What the fuck? What is that? Shakaroni?
Shakaroni. It's
that mean?
Shaquille
What is
O'Neal
that?
pizza.
What?
Yeah, he makes a pizza. It's like extra large, extra cheese, extra pepperoni.
I'm now obviously
Did they?
Googling
Is it
shakaroni.
true that? Is it true that Shaq joined the company right after Papa John said the N word to try and for PR purposes?
I think he was brought in like right after that incident. Yeah, but I think Papa John's probably reached out to, or he's probably saw it. He's a genius, man. That guy has his hand in so many things.
Yes, yeah, I know. He's on a lot of ads here. Don't you think it's funny that like this company, they have their head guy just says the N word at a board meeting, so they're like, let's get the biggest black guy we can to fix this.
Just the physically largest black human you can.
Yes. Apparently he's absolutely
just that
packing. I mean, that's no surprise there.
Have you? Oh no. Okay. So it's just a pepperoni pizza with loads of cheese, by the looks of what Google's telling me.
Well, it's a bigger pepperoni pizza. It's not just any pizza. It's extra large with extra cheese and extra pepperonis.
Oh, nice. Are you going to take that down yourself?
I don't know, man. I'm getting there. So it just happens. I don't put my head into it. It just kind of like all of a sudden you open the box and there's nothing left,
Why are you so judgmental, Tim?
No, I'm not. It was a leading question, Jackson. Actually, this is what like a good host does. I was setting up the next one. It was going to be if you had leftover pizza PRC, something that I discussed with Jackson a couple of days ago. How would you reheat your leftover pizza the next day?
The correct way is to air fry it. The best way to make it would be air fry, but there's sometimes when you just wake up, you're hungry as shit, and you don't have time for 12 minutes of air frying or 5 minutes of air frying. That thing's got to warm up, Tim. You can't just turn on the air fryer and it's going. You got to wait for it to go. And like a fat ass like myself, when I get hungry, man, sometimes I just got to eat.
Well, did you hear my advice to Jackson? Where like a very like chefy thing to do is get a frying pan and then put a bit of water in, and then you put the pizza slice in the frying pan, and then put a lid on the frying pan.
Is it crazy that
turn it up high?
Oh, sorry, go on.
Yeah, shut up, Jackson. And then you get a nice crispy bottom from in the frying pan, and then the water kind of steams in the pan with the lid on, and then melts the cheese. And you can get it done in like 5 minutes.
I'd have to see that in action. I don't feel like that works as well as you explain it.
It definitely does, and I will say that one Minifan, who I shall leave unnamed, messaged me afterwards saying I do that as well.
You steam the pizza?
No, it's only the top that's steamed. Like the bottom, it gets all crispy and nice because it's against the pan. Right. You're heathens with parity.
I mean, whatever works, man. If that gets the job done, that gets the job done. But I don't. It doesn't work out to me. I don't see it. I think you're just gonna be a sloppy piece of shit.
I'm telling you, give it a try. Like maybe save one of your shakaroni slices. Give it a try tomorrow. There you go. There's a future episode of PR Chumps sorted. What's the best way to reheat a pizza?
Oh, that's a good one. I am gonna steal that.
That'd be a good thing for like any sort of cuisine. Like, what's the best way to like reheat a curry, a Chinese, pizza?
Well, that was going to be
that
was going to be my follow-up question: is do we have anything in the works? Have you got any ideas?
For the chomps, I don't know yet. I think I'm gonna do like I think I want to switch up the styles every time, so some kind of draft or something like that. Kind of.
Yeah. What's your?
I don't want to. Huh? It's like talking to somebody in like Iraq, man. He
I
like
know,
comes in
I know.
and then he just freezes, and then you're like,
And then he's frozen now. What he'll do, he'll come back and then deny he's been frozen.
oh yeah. One time he was just posted up. He looked like a Citizen Cope oil painting right there, man. He was just,
You half asked the question, Jackson, and then what were you asking?
I think my answer is like, yeah, I'm just gonna switch up different things every time. So I'm just gonna assume that Jackson has.
Am I back yet or what?
Dear God.
This is every week. This is every.
Oh, I know.
Week.
There was a time.
Am I back or what?
The last episode where I was watching and like you started doing the rating all the shows on the network. And then it was the most unrelated show shit ever because you just went on tangents. Jackson started freezing. And it was like 35 minutes later. And then you were like, all right, now jumps in the office. And I'm like, they're only at the second fucking one.
The worst thing is, before we start recording,
Can someone
every
answer my
time
question?
you say,
Am I back or what?
yes, you're back, you're back.
All right.
Before every show, I give him a little pep talk, and we say, right, it's going to be maximum an hour. It's literally impossible to do anything in an hour with him. 45 minutes of it is just dead air.
Being in the sausage
So it's my
factory
fault.
right now, this makes total sense why every episode's like an hour and a half long.
Yeah. Can you see how difficult it is?
Yeah, I think we've been on for 10 minutes and we've covered one shakaroni pizza, maybe air frying and steaming shit, and that's about it.
And then you get into the position where he freezes for a while, and you're like, well, it's been like 3 seconds. He might come back. I'll just kind of leave it. And then he'll be frozen for like 10 seconds. You're like, fuck me, it's just dead air. I'm going to have to say something now. And so you start saying something, you're trying to fill the air. And then he comes back again, going, am I back? Oh, God, am I back again?
Yeah.
And then every once in a while, it's like a fake out because he looks like he's frozen, but he's just in like lost in some ADD space for like 10 seconds, just staring at the fucking wall, man. It's like,
yeah, I'm glad that someone else is kind of seeing from my side.
oh, it's amazing.
All right. We're good now. We're good. Take it easy.
All right. So, and again, this is again the other part of the PLC is we go through this, and then I've completely lost track of what we're talking about, what we're supposed to be talking about next. I do all this prep, and it just all goes out the window.
Well, what do you want to talk about, Tim? You don't have to keep a schedule, just whatever's in your heart.
So I've covered pigs and blankets. That was a big one for me. I've covered that off. You missed this. I stepped on a slug earlier. That was grim.
That's
yeah. And then I actually asked PRC this earlier. Jackson, I'd like to see if you can explain it as well. Why are baseball contracts so long?
I don't know. Is it because I guess maybe because they can't get injured? I think the money over time is less than like an NBA contract. I don't know. I actually don't know that. It's been like that for a long time though.
It's got to be some like legalese thing. It's got to be like if you stretch it out longer, it like thins out the payments, and then there's more loopholes that the player can get caught up in and shit like that. Time is everything.
Is it one of those things where, like, with inflation, like they remember when Patty Mahomes signed the 10-year deal, and then like 2 years later they're like, oh, he's underpaid. Like, is it one of those things?
I have no idea. Like, I just think that's the way it is. Really, like, I'm sure there's like Did you Google it, Tim?
Nah. I had to spend like 3 hours. Like Jackson sends me about 30 clips from Instagram before every show.
Yeah.
He gives me like an hour to clip them. But obviously,
that's not true.
Probably 75% of them all have music on them, so it would just like get a copyright infringement. So
that's true.
I go through them, I clip them, and then go, oh no, actually I can't use that. So that's basically taken up my my afternoon.
Can you throw us a
So I didn't Google it.
I would imagine though Jackson was right though, that it's if you don't pay more money up front, you pay it over time. It just makes it easier to pay that much money.
Isn't there like a famous, I don't know if it's baseball player that gets paid?
Bobby
Is going to be paid for like,
Bobby Bonilla Day. Yep.
yeah, that's it. Like every year, it's like, oh, he's still getting paid.
Yeah, until like 2000. I don't even
31?
know.
I think it's like 31.
31 or 36.
37. Something like that.
And here we go again.
It's kind of melodic, man. That actually sounds like a weird, like,
Shout out to
techno
Mets.
song right there.
Who's your
Yeah.
Who's your baseball team?
I don't have one. Yeah, baseball is like the sport that I have had the least interest in. I've had like the least exposure to. I was saying it again. I was saying this earlier. Like it's a sport that just hasn't. Oh, there we go. It's gone.
All right.
This will happen as well a few times. Device is not connected. Yeah, we'll wait for him to come back.
So you don't have a favorite baseball team?
No, don't they like? Aren't they like super strict with the putting stuff like on Twitter, like the clips and things? I see every other sport, like the NBA. I feel like I watch like an NBA clip like every 2 hours, but I'd never see anything like baseball related. I see NFL, I see NBA, I see NHL, but I'd never see anything MLB.
Who's your favorite NBA team?
Obviously, the Pacers.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good question.
Yeah.
Maybe the Raptors.
Why?
That's a good one.
They had that. Fuck me. What's his name?
Your big DeMar DeRozan.
It wasn't. No.
Vince
Who's like
Carter.
the best player? That's it.
Who do you say?
And Vince Carter.
Oh, Tracy McGrady.
True. Houston Rockets legend. I was watching a clip the other day of Australia versus the United States in basketball, and Vince Carter was in the middle of a big fight in the center court. Just punching on.
Is that an old one?
Yeah, from 2002 or something, I think. Don't forget that guy played in the league. He played in the league for like 23 years.
It's a fascinating insight into Jackson's mind that he's watching YouTube, finding clips from or highlights from 2002 Australia, America. How did you get to that point?
Because I was reading about Andrew Gaze, who's the greatest Australian basketballer of all time. And then I started reading about the teams that he was playing on, the Olympics teams and shit like that. And then I don't know. I think I YouTube like highlights, and then that came up as a thing. I don't know. You know what I was? Huh?
Did you see the Vince Carter dunk over the Frenchman in like 2002?
Yes. Yeah.
That's still the greatest dunk of all time, really.
Sorry, Jackson, one sec.
Yeah.
No, but right. So this is what we have to do. Menace, insert the clip now of Vince Carter dunking. Who was it? Dunking on who?
French Vince Carter.
A guy on the French basketball team. He was in the Olympics.
Yeah. So insert that clip, Menace, now. So I'll watch that back and then it'll
put it over my blurry face.
I'll see. Yeah.
But what I was gonna say is what I was YouTubing last night is just coincidentally because you're from Indiana, which is I think is quite a prone area. But I was YouTubing tornadoes and like watching people like go real close to them and shit. I didn't realize that you guys like this is just off a quick quick Google search in just Indiana only. Since 1950, you've had over 1,500 recorded tornadoes.
Yeah,
which
they're pretty prevalent in the spring.
Is out to just over 20 per year.
Mm-hmm.
20 per year. We don't get them in this country. They don't fucking exist.
That's nuts.
I mean,
we're just in the middle.
Is that like you ever been like seriously? Yeah, go on. No, go on.
No, it's a perfect storm. No pun intended, but it's like where we are is right where the jet stream from the Arctic and the jet stream from the Gulf like meet, and then we're just like open land. So it's basically just like a free sandbox for the wind. So they just meet up all the time. It's called Tornado Alley. It's like Indiana, Illinois, Iowa, Missouri, Arkansas, I believe is in it, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, yeah. Is it like one of those things where like everyone who thinks about, or whatever about Australia say, oh, how do you live there with all your fucking killer animals? When really it doesn't really affect anyone. Is that like a thing? Like, am I worried about that? But really, there's nothing to really worry about.
Not really. Usually we go outside and watch them. I mean, I've only seen a couple, but yeah. I mean, like if it's not coming straight for your house, I'll go outside and look at the storm and stuff, and kind of sit on the porch with some tea and just kind of watch it and shit. But
how close?
The closest one I had was in my neighborhood when I was like a child, and that was not fun. So,
is that in Seymour? Did you grow up in Seymour?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the close. There's some bad ones. I think one near like Evansville or Louisville, somewhere around there, just took out like a whole town. It was pretty bad.
Do you have to have any like protection on the house? You got a bunker.
Some people have like storm
bunker?
cellars and stuff like that. Most people go to the basement. You can go to the bathroom and sit in the tub, or just down low is basically the only thing. Some people have the storm cellars with the little doors that you see in the movies and shit, but not around me.
Have you got a basement?
Yeah.
That's it. Like that's something that just doesn't exist in England. No one has a basement.
No. You also don't have air conditioning.
No. I came closest ever to buying one this summer and flaked out. It's just pointless.
Well, you don't have to worry too much because that Atlantic current's dying, and then you're just gonna be frozen as fuck.
Yeah,
I don't even know what that means.
So there's a Eastern Atlantic current that brings warm air up. So that's why England is relatively temperate and moderate. It doesn't get like too cold and all those islands. But the reality is England and they're up by fucking Iceland. So as soon as that current dies, they're about to feel what winter actually is.
Is that true, Tim? Is it getting colder there?
Not yet.
No, it is. I think people do underestimate a little bit, like how far the swing in England is, like between summer and winter. Like in the summer, it like regularly gets up to like 38 degrees, which is
38 degrees.
Yeah.
Where?
Here in London.
No, it doesn't.
London. I mean, I can send you the weather reports from this year. The last 3 years.
It hits the news over there when it hits the news over here when you guys have like 30 degrees Celsius, which is what in Fahrenheit? What is that? Like 85?
30?
What is it?
Yeah, I think that's like 90, 85, 90, somewhere around there.
I know 40 degrees is like 101.
Really?
France will hit like over 40 quite regularly in the summer.
And you think you have a big swing in weather too in England?
Yeah, so in fact, there you go. Look, I'm Googling it. So
pull it up.
London 2022, it hit 40.2 degrees. It got to minus 17 degrees.
Can you pull that up? You're for sure lying.
I'm lying.
42 degrees in England. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, 40.2.
Still.
Again, you don't understand like how nuanced my wonderful country is.
Nuanced. You are a fucking bastard. You know that. And I wonder why people can't stand you.
Tim, the swings here are ridiculous. Like summer from like July to September, it's usually like, I don't know your Celsius, the 35, what you're talking about. It's like 95, 90 degrees. And the winter, like today, it's fucking 23 out. That's -5 Celsius.
Really?
The swings are just astronomical here, man.
It's like Yeah, I don't know how you do that shit. I was watching the what was it Thursday Night Football? I can't remember what game it was. What it was? They were playing in like -5, and that shit's just crazy to me.
Well, here's a little fact for you. Did you know? Obviously, as a big college football supporter like myself,
Yes.
did you know that it's illegal? It's a penalty if you do snow angels. If you celebrate by doing snow angels, you get flagged.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't think
Turn it off.
PRC, I'm not sure PRC believes that. I don't think that's true.
It's true.
Is that mid game? You can obviously do it after the game.
Yeah, no, mid game. So after you score, if you do a
Right.
snow angel or something.
Right. The rules in college football are fucking crazy. Like in terms
what
of
other rules?
just in terms of like I guess the over celebrating the NFL is pretty crazy as well. But the because you obviously, like you said, you're a big college football aficionado. Like the targeting rule is fucking nuts. Did you see after the Ohio State Michigan game this morning where they were using like a pepper spray against the players and shit?
That is ridiculous.
Isn't that fucked up? Yeah.
They use pepper spray against the player. I saw Michigan
Yeah.
won. I watched that last 5 minutes or so. I didn't see that.
Yeah,
Just before we go on.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, I saw Michigan players like crying from the pepper spray and shit.
Yeah.
Why did they pepper spray him?
Because it's fucking in Ohio, you know. They're probably butthurt. So you're taking out their anger, you know. No, it would have been the
There's
Cops.
a
It'd
big
been the
fight.
Cops. You can assume that, right, Tim?
Oh shit! Yeah, I just watched this small little clip. Yeah, they did. It's mad.
Yeah. Not as bad as not as bad as Hillsborough.
Probably not. So we've got our guy PRC in here for a reason. We're a music show, right? We're not just a pair of rambling idiots. We are a music show.
Yes.
Yeah. So let me just show this. So PRC is going to be our inaugural guest who's going to. I'm going to find it. Is going to do this. So we're going to have a segment every week.
5 albums? I thought it was 10 albums.
How can you read that? I'm blind as fuck.
I can make it maybe bigger.
Heard that.
Oh yeah, now we're
Yeah, that's what she said. There you go. Oh.
Hold on a second.
So the segment is just a blatant rip-off of Desert Island Discs. Oh, sorry. Do you need to? Oh, PRC didn't like that segment. He's gone.
He's got to go to the loo. I'm going to boil my kettle. I can still hear you.
What are you doing, Jackson?
I'm boiling the kettle.
You're blowing the kettle.
Oh, you got.
I'm boiling it. I'm turning the kettle on.
You're boiling.
Just take it easy. Relax.
So,
Hold on, Tim. I got my nicotine, but I got the empty box. So one more.
what's he got?
At least he's not pushing the mute button again.
All right.
What was that you got there?
Huh? It's brain juice, nicotine.
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 What? Just pure.
Yeah, they just make nicotine pouches. You just take a pouch.
Why are you so confused?
Actually, again, that's something that we don't have over here.
Yeah, we don't do that either. The what do you call it? Snuff is when you put it up your nose. What do you? Oh, chewing. The chewing
Zin?
tobacco.
What is it?
Yeah, I
Is
used to
Zin?
do.
Is that the same thing?
Yeah. This is just this is like Great Value Zin, basically. It's
And what's it do?
I get 3 cans for $10 with my Speedway rewards card.
What's it do? It fires you up.
Yeah,
Let's
keeps your brain going.
Let's fucking go.
All right. Well, now you're juiced up.
Basically like a babysitter for my ADD.
Wait, is it
Okay,
like?
fine.
Is it like when people who don't have ADD take Ritalin and they go fucking mental? Whereas
Yeah.
if you actually have it, it calms you down. Like, what is it doing? Is it calming you down or is it firing you up?
Calms me down.
Really?
Which is like the craziest thing is people Like I used to self-medicate with big ass Monsters because those energy drinks would calm me down, not speed me up. Yeah.
You know, that is fucking crazy.
Yeah. I'm like the
It's
exact
true
opposite.
though.
What?
It's like well, cocaine's the same thing, but I've never been a cocaine person because it has the opposite effect. Like when I was like youthful, like it would just like make me. It'd be equivalent of like me smoking a joint. Like everyone else would be running around like a lunatic, and I'd just be like chilling out. And there's much
Cocaine?
cheaper ways to chill out. Yeah, it had the same effect because of ADD.
Yeah. It does that for me too. Just very euphoric chill.
Yeah. There's much cheaper ways to do that. So.
Yeah, that's why I get these boxes now for 3 for $10.
Oh, I thought it looked. So we're gonna make this happen. We're gonna do this. We've been trying to do this for 7 episodes now. Our Desert Islands segment. I mean, Jackson, do you want to be any louder?
Oh, sorry, shit. Is it really that loud? Hang on one sec. Let me finish putting sugar in.
Tim, are you going to do one album? Are we going to do one album, then one person picks one album, then one person picks one album, or just our 5 in a row?
It's a great question. We don't have that kind of order in this show. We've never thought that proactively.
You think we thought this through?
I'm trying to get some semblance of order because that's 5 times 3 is 15, and then 21. 21 things for you guys would be fucking 3 hours.
Yeah, are you free till about kind of 1 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, don't you have a heart out?
Yeah. Well, it depends when the bird's back. She hasn't messaged me yet, so I'm okay.
Righto.
But maybe we could get your 5 PRC, and then what I was thinking beforehand is maybe Jackson, if you and I each week we kind of reveal one of ours.
That feels like a bit of like an edging session, doesn't it?
What's wrong with that?
Leaving me on a deserted island.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's a bit unfair, no?
All right. Well, we'll do you and PRC this week, and then we'll do me and someone else next week.
What's the fun in that? I don't get it.
Say your albums, pussy.
Yeah, you fucking idiot.
All right. Okay. So anyway, so to introduce the segment, the people that may just be listening, the concept is stolen from the BBC radio program Desert Island Discs. Here's a little fact for you. It was first broadcast in 1942. And they've recorded 3,400 episodes. The concept is that the interviewee or guest is asked to choose 5 albums, then 1 luxury item. So the thing with the luxury item is it should be inanimate and it should have no use in escaping the island. So you can't just choose like a radio broadcast or something to try and like contact people from the outside. It's
you never gave these parameters. I didn't know about these parameters.
I mean, I definitely did. I sent them to you.
No. You said you just said 1 luxury item. You never said about so inanimate.
Jackson, it's been up there for 15 minutes.
Hang on. So what? You can't like? Can it use?
Fucking surprised by it. You're like, oh.
Can you use electricity?
Yeah. Assume that something could be powered, so it could like make. If it requires power, it can like it can be battery or gas. Yes. So you don't have to worry about it running out of power 2 weeks in to your 10-year stint.
Right.
Assume that it can just keep going.
Sure.
And then the last thing, which is a bit of an adaptation, 1 person either from the KOS show or a minifan that you would take on the island and you'd be happy to spend 10 years with. Does that make... Joe, PRC, I'm confident you know what that means. Jackson, do you understand that?
Yes, shut the fuck up, you fucking asshole.
Okay. Right. Jackson, start us off then.
It's a great question. Number 1 album would be my favorite album of all time, which is the Red Hot Chili Peppers' Blood Sugar Sex Magic. don't know if you guys are PRC's familiar. It's
Yeah.
they were my teenage years. That shit. I'd go Aha Shake Heartbreak by Kings of Leon. Thoughts?
Wait, hold on. You've got give us a little background on each one.
Background. I mean,
It doesn't have to be too long. Just like what? Why do you like that Chili Peppers
Well,
album over others?
I've only picked albums where every single song is fucking the best, and yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much giving you my top 5 favorite albums of all time. I don't know. They're just fucking great songs. It's a party. Aha Shake Heartbreak's a fucking party. It's some like coke fueled fucking Tennessee boys just having a fun time. So there's that. I mean, when I was like 15, 16, I essentially pretended I was John Frusciante. So I learned every fucking song on guitar. And I've read. Yeah, go on.
Go on. You've read.
No, I was just gonna say I've read fucking Anthony Kiedis' fucking bullshit biography. That's pretty fun. Actually, I found that while I was working in a storage facility and someone didn't pay their bills and they just had that sitting in there next to like their fucking bongs and shit. So I just took that one. So that's nice. I'm gonna go. We'll go. How about this? We'll go British. How old are you two? How old are you two?
40.
38.
Okay, so you would have been a bit older than me. I think would have came out when I was 14. Whatever people say I am, that's what I'm not. By the Arctic Monkeys. Are you Arctic Monkeys guys? Because Arctic Monkeys are often when you're kind of a teenager. You know, it's a bit silly. Speaking of pompous, they've gone fucking pompous.
I've said to you before, Jackson, on the show, I believe on one of the early ones. I like them, but I suffered from them being incredibly popular when I was at university.
Yeah,
and I went to university in the north of England, and because they're from Sheffield, like I would go on nights out and I would hear Bet You Look Good on the Dance Floor maybe like 5 or 6 times every night out. And when you're going out like 3 times a week, I got a bit sick of them, which isn't their fault. Like, a very good band. They're just for me.
Very good band, but the lyrics aren't deep at all. The lyrics are clearly written by a bunch of 18-year-olds talking about fucking chicks and getting fucked up. So I get that. That's why I asked the age thing, because it's very. I think if you were going to listen to that for the first time at age like 30, you'd be like, well, "This is a bit fucking stupid." But it's great, like British punky shit. You know, very witty songwriter. They're like the first real band where I look like if I Google them right now and I look at their ages, I go, "Oh fuck, I'm getting really old," you know, because they were like when I got into them when I was young, they were really young. So that's my takeaway. But I think they're like all 37 now. So you know, they're not old. They're very young. We're all very young. What would I go next? What about? Geez, it's all very much the same era. What about the Strokes? You guys Strokes fans? Is This It? What a fucking great album that is.
That's a good one.
See,
Tim?
now that would survive. That survived the bludgeoning of like being played on every night out on every radio station. The fact that it survived, and I don't dislike it. I still really like it. I think it's probably a testament to the fact that it's a brilliant album. Yeah, I love it. I love the show.
Is there any chance though that that's because that came out like 4 or 5 years prior? So you would have been in high school. You know, your influence is much different back then.
Maybe, but then like the span of their albums wasn't just like constrained to when I was at like secondary school. It like went into my 20s as well. I've seen them live like quite a few times. They've always been brilliant live. Yeah, I think they're brilliant.
Last one's a tricky one. I don't know where to go with this one. I think for the sake of memory, I mean, 10 years is a long time. I'd like to, like a constant reminder. So I'm going to go 1989 by Taylor Swift because she's gorgeous. She's my favorite. She's my queen. That's a great album. Every song is the best. PRC, put that album on. It's the fucking best. All right.
1989.
Yes. Pull it
I've
up.
never liked any of her songs.
They're the best. They're all the best songs. She's a great songwriter. This isn't even a troll job. It's literally like I can show you my favorite albums all time list. It's right up there. It is a fucking great album. I was actually listening to it before we started recording, just because I saw it on my list. So.
Oh, it's
I
got
play them
Shake It Off.
Yeah. Wildest Dreams, Blank Space, I Know Places, Style. I mean, it's fucking loaded. It's fucking loaded. No, this isn't even a troll job. Like and it's really handy when you're like online dating, you know, and like everybody's a Swiftie now. So I've got the knowledge, you know, I can just pull that shit out. It's a great like first date intro.
So that's why you're doing it. That's why you like the album.
Yeah.
No.
Because you can put it on your Tinder profile.
No. That's
what's happening.
It's not on my Tinder profile. It's not. But it's I'm a day one. I'm a P1 day one. I'm a fucking, you know. Don't question my shit. Anyway, fucking go on with your albums. Fuck bullshit. You're not gonna beat those.
My hot take is Miley Cyrus is better.
See, I like Miley Cyrus. Like she was my dream girl when I was a teenager because I'm the same age as her. I think she's like 2 months older than me. And I used to watch Hannah Montana. Like that's how. What? What do you mean? What's what?
Just
a perv?
Yeah.
Or
no, he was young back then, probably then.
Yeah, that was like I was like, wow, not really. I was like 14.
Oh, never mind. He's perf.
No, but I was like 14. Like I was too old to be watching that shit. But I used to play cricket on Saturday morning, and that show would come on. You know, as I was like getting ready, putting on my whites, and and Hannah Montana, you know, with her gorgeous blonde hair would come on. Yeah, and I was.
Sure.
So when she went through, I don't know if you remember when she went through like her, she started going through the slut phase. I don't know, that's inappropriate. I'm sorry. Menace bleep that out. But you know when she like, you know, when she was becoming an adult, she started twerking and doing all that shit. I was very opposed to that. I wanted my sweetheart back. You know, I didn't like that.
Really?
So, yeah. So I like that she came back. She's a bit of a hippie now. She's got a real deep voice. Have you heard the voice now? Very deep.
Yeah.
She had a gravity voice.
No, I said the cover she did of the Zombie by the Cranberries was fantastic.
How good are her covers? What about Give Me More, Britney Spears? Have you heard that cover?
Yeah.
Look at you big Miley guy. I love this.
Yeah. Undercover Miley Cyrus fan, PLC.
Yeah, but he's not allowed to talk about Hannah Montana because that does start getting creepy.
I've never seen it, and I don't want to go to jail either, so I won't.
So, it was when she cut her hair short, wasn't it? Like that was when she became like basically like a sex bag.
No, it was a little bit before that. I can't remember what the album was called. It was like the third album, but I just remember because I used to go into the music stores and she had the, you know, it was still during like an age where, you know, the what's the right word? The whole look kind of thing was like wearing the jeans real low so you could see the undies coming out the top. You know, showing off the belly with the belly button ring. She still had the long hair. What the fuck was the album called? I can't Google it because I'm on my phone. It wasn't Bonkers. It was something. Tim, help me out here. Come on, man. You're the fucking computer guy.
No, I quite like saying you flounder. Wasn't it? What was so in my head when I think the first time I ever saw her. Like, so I didn't know about any of this Hannah Montana stuff. It was when she did that wrecking ball. And it was a video where she was naked on the ball, like swinging back and forth. I think that was the first time I knew that. Yeah. Was she wearing underwear or was she naked?
No, she was wearing white. Come on, man. I remember.
Yeah, just like Whitey Tiger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is that your fifth album? Sorry, please take off.
Oh no. Is that your fifth album?
That's my fifth. Yeah, I've named my five, so it's on to you now.
It's on to me, huh? So I was thinking about this for a little bit, and I'm just gonna go with my personal ones. I was gonna pick weird ones, but so my first one is my favorite album. It's a British one. Block Party Silent Alarm.
Oh, what a great album!
Yes,
fuck,
incredible album.
Just a fucking amazing album, front to back.
Yeah.
What's your favorite song?
Oh. This Modern Love. No.
Yeah, that I'd say that or She's Hearing Voices.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm
Probably
writing
this
this down.
Modern Love.
Yeah.
I don't know. Helicopter on Guitar Hero was pretty fucking badass when that came on.
Yeah. Even just like Banquet was such a good song as well.
Oh yeah. Like
Like
eating
eating
glass.
glass too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
fucking everything.
Yeah.
When he starts off, he's like, "It's so cold in this house."
Oh, hello.
You like that?
Oh, didn't we agree to do like a boy band sing along? What happened to that?
Oh yeah, what did happen? To that?
All right. Well, maybe we'll save that for next time.
You want to start?
How's the? Yeah,
Oh.
my fire. Right. Yeah. Now it's you,
Tim.
Tim.
I'm definitely
Oh,
not.
what the fuck, Tim?
You're a fucking pussy.
I can't do. I don't think I've ever done karaoke in my life ever.
Karaoke's the best.
No.
Karaoke's the last.
People fucking love it. People absolutely love it, and like
karaoke's the last time I got fully wasted at a work party because we went to an Asian karaoke bar, and I just got so hammered that I ended up falling asleep in like the corner of it, and I don't know, someone woke me up to sing like Guns N' Roses or some shit.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
Yeah, probably like I like doing like Somebody Told Me by the Killers.
Ooh.
Or it's fucking lame, but how good's like a Living on the Prayer or some shit, you know?
Yes.
I don't know. That's karaoke is very generic. It's never the songs that you want to do. It's always the ones that are just on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what about you?
I always do Hootie and the Blowfish Let Her Cry because it's so easy.
How does that go? I don't even know that.
Never heard that?
I don't know.
I mean, I probably have.
Where he's like, she sits alone by a lamppost, trying to find a thought that's escaped her mind. You never heard that?
No, what's it called? Let It Cry.
Let Her Cry. She says that's the one I love most, but stops not far behind.
No, never heard of it. Isn't that the band where he gets really offended when you call him Pootie?
Yeah, because he's Darius Rucker now. He's a country song. Hi, Mo. I got my dog over here.
Oh.
Yeah, it was just me singing.
Oh, can we see?
The dog?
Yeah.
No, you're fucking Ed.
Dog.
Oh, baby.
Say hi, Momo. Yeah. All right.
Just make sure you don't mute that microphone, dog, please.
Don't eat the microphone, buddy. All right. So what did I have first?
Silent Alarm.
So yeah, Block Party, Silent Alarm.
Okay. Outcast Equimini second.
Oh yeah, I love Outcast.
Yeah.
Third. See, I'm just gonna go with my heart. Sam's Town by the Killers.
Oh, banger. Bones.
I love that one. And then I gotta go something 90s. I was thinking about. Yeah, I'm gonna go Nevermind, Nirvana.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. I just I can't escape my Nirvana. Like that was the first band I was really, really into, and just I have to bring it. And then this one is no one really likes this album, but for some reason it's like my favorite album. It is Away from the Sun by Three Doors Down.
All right, I'm gonna listen to that. What's it? Is that the one with the hits on it?
It's got all the hits.
What is it? Kryptonite.
Kryptonite. When I'm Gone.
I don't know that one.
So love me when I'm done. Hold me when I'm gone.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
And it's got The Road I'm On, which is my favorite video of all time. And it's nothing really. It's just Tony Stewart and Dale Earnhardt Jr. drag racing through a town in North Carolina. And there's nothing really to that video, but I just love it for some reason.
Is that He Without You as well?
So, yep, that's on there too.
Ah, okay. Was it Away from the Sun?
Yeah.
All right.
It got blasted because they said it was too depressing, but it's just they're all good songs.
Nothing wrong with being depressed, and listening to some music sometimes.
Of course.
Are you the type to when you're feeling shit, like you put on the saddest shit possible and you really stew in it, or are you trying to change up the vibe a little bit?
I put on hype music, try to get me going.
Yeah.
Try to get me happy.
That's actually a good question, Jackson.
Oh, I appreciate that, Tim Smith.
Yeah.
I'm the
I
opposite.
thought,
Man.
yeah.
If I get depressed, I listen to like My Chemical Romance.
Which
No, I'm with PRC. You need something to bring you back up again.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
there's
he
nothing wrong with
listens-
nothing wrong with letting a few tears out. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with letting your emotions flow.
yeah, I have
Yeah.
a YouTube video that I watch when I need to cry, and it's
Ooh,
like,
what is it?
it's cheesy as fuck. It's that it's when the British guy, he's a sprinter, he like tears his hamstring, and in the Olympics, and he falls down.
Browntree. You're gonna say Browntree, aren't you? The brothers.
Yeah, and then like they cut back to him, and like his dad is helping him down the track.
It's his
So they
brother.
don't-
Oh no, am
they-
I talking about a different one?
They dubbed that to Coldplay's "Fix You," and it gets me every fucking time. Because it's like him crashing in, like, when you try your best, but you don't. And then the guitar part comes in, and it's like, and then all of a sudden you look, and it's like just the dad grabbing him, and they're like, tears fall down on your face. And I'm just like, it just goes. I just go. The waterworks start, man.
I think that's a different one to the one I'm thinking of. I think that's a different one. So I'm thinking of, there's two brothers, English brothers. It's Brownlee, sorry, not Browntree, and it's almost identical to what you're saying, because it's not sprinters, they're the triathletes, and one of them, obviously, like a triathlon, Olympic triathlon is like one of the hardest things in the world to do. They just absolutely like on their last legs as they approach the final stretch. So these two brothers, like Alistair and Johnny or James, I think Johnny maybe. They were like, they're always like number 1 and 2. They're always getting gold and silver for the Olympics, like every year, like every World Championship. And then one of the brothers was winning, and it was the Olympics, and he was the brother that was he never won. It was always the other brother that beat him. So he was like this, always came second. He was always like kind of the next guy, and he was winning, like the guy, like the underdog brother. And then it got with like maybe 200 meters left, and his legs just gave out. And he just started stumbling around, like, it's proper stank leg, like all over the shop.
Yeah, one of those things where they go to turn to jelly, right?
Yeah, just like complete jelly. But then his brother comes around the corner, and then his brother grabs him, knowing that by helping him over the line, the pair of them will be disqualified, because you're not allowed to help someone else over the line. He knows that he will be disqualified from Olympic gold and any medal, and his brother will be as well. But he helps his brother over the line, that carries him at the last 100 meters. I'll get a bit emotional now.
I'm gonna start crying.
Do we have a good cry, lads?
Yeah. Tim, I sent you the in the chat the YouTube video in case you ever want to check it out.
Pull it up, Tim.
Oh, I would have.
I
Oh
wanna
god.
cry.
No,
Yeah, pull up. Let's have a good time.
Let me see if we can do it. I need to make sure.
Oh wait! Copyright music.
Oh yeah, don't pull it up. Don't pull it up.
Oh shit! Yeah, I can't.
Let's not have a good time.
Anyway,
Let's not all cry together.
I'll
Yep.
I'll watch it later.
So what album were you on? That you've had?
So I think
Three Doors Down,
4 or 5.
Nirvana,
Sam's Town,
Block Party,
Killers.
Sam's Town. So have you got one more?
Outcast, Quimini.
Yes.
Which means it's me.
Timothy Smith.
So mine. So I'd have. This is really difficult. I could have listed probably 4 Radiohead albums, and been happy to have them in my top 5. I'm gonna go with Kid A from Radiohead. It was one of the best albums. Like when I was, I don't know, like maybe 10, 12 through to now. Like I still listen to it. Like I absolutely love it. It went from the other thing as well. Like it went from Radiohead to like making albums like OK Computer, The Bends, like Pablo Honey before that, where it was very like guitar based, and then they just completely threw it all out the window.
Yes.
Like Johnny Greenwood, Tom York, just completely just bombed it all, like middle finger, like.
Well, it was from Writer's Block, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, there's a number of things that like apparently led them to doing it. Like, there's some really, if you're interested in Radiohead, there's a really good podcast with a guy called Adam Buxton who interviews Johnny Greenwood, and it breaks down like the reasons why they made every single album. It's like very, very interesting. So I'd recommend that. So yeah, that would be my first one.
Is it a hot take to
Second
say
one.
Amnesiac is better?
In Amnesia.
What's the second? What's the follow-up called?
No, Amnesiac. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you are. Are you? Am I having a brain fart?
Yeah, you are having a brain fart. I'm a big Radiohead guy. Come on now. Pack like sardines and fucking
Amnesia.
whatever it's
Yeah.
called.
Oh, this is it.
Picture
Like that's a fucking good song.
And can I ask you another question on Kid A, the 8th track?
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it Idiotech? Is it idiotic? How do you pronounce that?
I say Idiotech. I don't know if that's the right way to say it.
Okay.
That's.
All right.
I think maybe my favorite song ever is Paranoid Android from OK Computer. Idiotech
Yes.
is very close after that.
Yes.
But yeah, I could pick any Radiohead album and be very, very happy to say I will listen to that for like 10 years on a desert island. And my next one, no one will have heard of, but I think the fuck I'm going to do it because I love it. There's a Spanish producer called John Talabot. He got an album called Thin.
Oh, I love that album.
Wait, how do you spell that? John what? Tell her what?
John Talabot. Talabot.
Okay.
It's
Fin.
really, really, really good. Yeah, FIN.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like a Spanish producer. Like it's sort of slow, ethereal, kind of dance music. It's just not dances in like four to the floor house music. It's like very, kind of like deep electronic style. It's really, really, really good. And it's also when I think it was when I restarted buying vinyl again. It was like the first one that I indulged myself in buying. So I've got like a bit of like a special memory for that. The next one, Sigur Rós, and I've got no idea how to pronounce this. And it's I think like 25
What
years
are
old.
they? Icelandic?
Yeah, Icelandic. Yeah, so Icelandic post rock. Yeah, again, quite slow, ethereal. I'm just gonna keep saying the word ethereal. I've said that too many times now. I don't know how you pronounce it. Like Adjutis Byron.
The what?
Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, that's correct. Is that the one with the most popular song called like Swing something something something? It's like
Do it, or the lady or the guy like.
yeah, that's what,
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
dun,
not-
dun,
yeah.
dun, 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 chicka, dun, chicka, dun.
He's got a very his voice is like a. It sounds like very cliche. Obviously, everyone says it, but like his voice is like another instrument. It's not like a voice. It's like a. He just makes noises. It's all, but the lyrics aren't English and they're not Icelandic. So he like mixes them together and just like makes up words. So if you're ever like trying to look at the lyrics and you don't know what they're talking about, like, that's because.
What are you doing when you listen to them?
I don't know. Just
Like is it?
listen
I feel like that's like study music because I've tried with them a few times. God, they're fucking boring. I mean, all the songs are like 12 minutes.
I like that sort of shit though. I really like post rock music. So I like Godspeed You Black Emperor. Like, they've got like songs that are like 19 minutes long, and I fucking love that shit. I can do that. I can just like go for a walk somewhere, or if I'm on a bike ride, like a bit of peace and quiet away from the other half. Like, don't have to worry about that. Don't have to worry about.
Seems like there's a lot of that.
Just go for a bike ride, pop on a bit of cigarettes.
My high school band, we used to think we were the Doors, like a heavy version of the Doors. So all our songs that we wrote were like in like 3 different parts, and they would be really fast and slow down, and we were talking about fucking tripping and shit. Very pretentious shit. So I understand long songs. We did a few gigs, and like we'd play only like 8 songs.
Have you got any recordings?
No, I don't think so. But I've got photos. I can send you like photos of me, 16, 17, in like fucking, in like bars and shit that we weren't allowed to be in and shit. So my dad's still in a band. So like
Really?
he would just get us gigs.
But he was then. He is now.
No, he's
Whoa.
still
Hold on, wait. Say that again, Percy. You were in a what?
In high school, we had a rap group for a little bit.
Oh, please tell me you've got footage.
I'll try to find it. We were called C4.
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 Yeah,
Explosive.
that was the hit song. Was C4 self-titled song.
How'd it go? Can you give us a line? Just one line.
The hook was C4 ready to go, putting Nap on the map, and we ready to blow. That was the hook.
That's not bad.
I mean, I'm all in.
Yeah,
I want a recording of that.
and we had
Were
a
you,
hype.
like, so-
We had a hype man named Moneybags Murphy. It was pretty.
Well, so you're like a Public Enemy kind of thing. You're like a bit of a group. Was there a bit of, because you're a singer? Was there like a bit of Boys to Men? Was there like a bit of rapping, a bit of singing, some harmonies?
No, we it was really your basic like get money, fuck bitches type rap group.
Right, classic late '90s kind of shit.
You were like 16, man. What I mean, when I'm 16, like Ghetto D just came out. Like that was the thing.
So when are we talking about? What year is this? This is like
16.
yeah, you're talking late '90s, right?
96?
2000, yeah.
He's not that old. Take it easy, Tim.
Oh,
Damn, Tim.
Fucking asshole. Yes, this is like Jay-Z era, you know?
Yeah, Reasonable Doubt, shit like that.
Right.
We
Nasty
listened to
Nas.
when Big L, he was just all bars. We were big into Nas, like he was just bars. Yeah,
Nas is my favorite.
yeah.
You know what I've really gotten into the last maybe like 6 months is 3 6 Mafia.
Oh, they're fucking amazing.
That's so fucking good. Yeah, I don't know.
3-6 Mafia?
Oh, Tim, that is the song that gets me hyped when I'm feeling down. Stay fly.
I gotta stay fly.
Till I die.
That's like the ultimate. Like,
Call me the juicy the Sam. What?
if you want to, if you're driving, that's like I want to rip my steering wheel off when I'm listening to that while driving. That's the shit, man. You gotta crank that.
And there's a Pacers line in there too, man.
There's a what?
A Pacers line.
Is that in that song?
Yeah, he says he has a buddy who smokes that Reggie Miller, coughing and choking constantly.
Shots fired. Yeah, Tim. There's your homework for the week.
It's a little reference, Tim. In the '90s, Reggie Miller for the. Did I just cut out?
I think so a little
No,
bit. Yeah.
no, we can hear you. I can.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Reggie Miller got in a fight with a director called Spike Lee, and he did this.
I think the
choke
New York
symbol.
Knicks director.
Yeah. So I forget who it was who rapped it. It wasn't Juicy J. I don't know. It may be Young Buck. But he said coughing and choking constantly. He's smoking that Reggie Miller.
Ah. I've never even heard of him.
Oh my God!
Do yourself a
They
favor.
got Late Night Creep, Slob on My Knob.
Yes.
Just some bangers.
What's the
Slob on my knob.
half on
You
a
can
sack?
get murked. You can get murked is a good one.
Does knob mean the same thing in America as it does in England?
Yeah, it's
What?
basically a song saying "suck my dick."
Oh, okay, right.
In the
I mean,
style
oh,
of
yeah,
how
alright,
you
I'll
eat
take
corn
'em
on
up.
the cob.
Yeah.
The lyrics are basically, Tim, it's slob on my knob like corn on the cob. Check in with me and do your job.
Yes.
I
And
like
then
it.
just keeps going. So he just says it again, like lay on the bed and give me head. And so
I'm impressed that you know every lyric.
So if we're gonna
Oh,
end
right,
on
there's my homework,
that's the note I want to end on. Okay, get through your albums.
Then I've got two others. Saturn and Digweed.
What the fuck is that?
Northern
you just say Saturn
So
dickweed?
Sasha and
Oh.
John Digweed. So they're two producers and DJs, and they did a mix album. Their third one was called Northern Exposure Part 2. Is that a concept album? And it's probably, I would say, one of the top 3 best dance albums ever made. It's absolutely incredible. It's like defined a generation of music from like the late, kind of mid to late 90s. And I've seen Sasha all over the world. I've seen Digweed all over the world. I've named my dog after Sasha. I'm
Hang on,
obsessed
hang
with
on.
it.
I gotta time out here for a sec. PRC.
Yo,
Last question. So, would you think that Tim Smith is a bit of a troll, right? Like he likes to make up, fanciful lies and keep people, on edge.
yeah.
You think Sasha and John Dickweed is real?
I think so because I think as much as he wants to be a troll, he likes being the music snob better.
Yeah, he
So
loves being a snub. You are right. That's true.
He likes pulling up these shit that you can find at the bottom of the carton in like the $1 bin and being like,
He deliberately does it. He's got better albums, but he wants to name some fucking shit. Yes. Yes, it's quite delightful. This is, yes.
It was the first one produced on like 8mm film. Shit.
This one actually came out before records ever existed. Yeah, it's quite.
Real vinyl heads will know this one. It's the Flying Turtles, 1974. It's like
I don't know how I got this pompous reputation.
Because you're a fucking asshole.
yeah. The minute I signed on, you wanted me to scold Jackson about pigs in the blanket because apparently he wasn't doing it right.
Yeah, how dare you?
He was talking about puppy dogs. It's madness.
That's a cool name, actually.
It's a puppy dog.
Yeah. I do. I prefer that to pigs in blankets.
A bottle of water. Where's your big bottle of water, PRC?
Oh yeah, where's your bottle of water?
So I was gonna get it, and there was only one left. And if I used it as a gimmick, my wife would probably kill me dead.
No.
Because
Okay.
we only have one. If we have like 4 or 5, I'll take one, but not the last one.
Do you not just refill it from the tap?
Dude, tap water sucks around here.
Well, it's like Adelaide.
Yeah.
You can't drink tap water in Adelaide.
We got a water treatment tank, and it still sucks.
So you buy fresh water to drink every day?
Yeah, welcome to America, baby.
Yeah, he
My
lives in
word.
Flint, Indiana. Have
That's
they fixed
Michigan,
that yet
isn't
or
it?
what? Yes, it is.
Huh?
Correct. Look at you, Tim. Have they fixed that yet? The Flint, Michigan situation?
To a degree, I don't think it's totally fixed.
Okay.
Let me look it up.
What?
The city says it is, and the people say it's not. So we're back in the
Okay.
same boat.
I like that. So it's only been 9 years or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
My last album.
Yes.
My last album. Sound of Silver by LCD Sound System.
Yeah, that's a great album. This is the one I've known, I think.
Sasha.
Absolutely love it.
Sasha and Dickweed. What do you got?
Digweed.
Oh, really? I literally wrote down Dickweed.
You idiot.
Yeah, it exists.
Sasha's probably the most influential dance producer / DJ ever. Like he'd be in the conversation for like the top 3.
I'm more a Tiesto guy.
Yeah, Tiesto is the most influential.
He's the most commercially known and successful. Sasha's
Right.
the
And
one.
he's fucking
Sasha's the one
awesome.
for the heads.
Oh,
He was really good before he got super commercial. He
you
used
hear
to do
that,
like
Jackson?
really
We're just
like
too
undercore.
uncouth for Sasha and Digweed.
Exactly. Yeah. We're not under.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're just
guys. You're talking about the commercial era of Tiesto. Actually, I think you want to go back to his early doors.
we're just a couple
He
of
was great
rednecks
before he
that
got
listen
all-
to Tiesto.
Miley Cyrus.
He
Yeah.
used to make like really underground techno in the house before he got all famous. He was good then. So yeah, Sound of Silver, incredible. I've seen
That's a good one.
LCD Sound System festivals. Saw him at a steel works or steel mill in Sheffield, which was brilliant. Supported by fuck me, what are they called? Joe Goddard. Who's Joe Goddard? What's the band? Hot Chip. Band Hot Chip.
Oh, they're good. I like them.
Yeah, they're incredible. So yeah, those are my 5. We've got luxury item. I'll tell you what, I'm going to rattle mine. I'm going to do my luxury item and one person. So my luxury item, I'm torn between 2 things. The 2 things that I'm torn between are a bed and a gun.
What?
A bed and a gun?
But that's not suicide.
Yeah.
Man. That's because you want to have fun.
Well, no, if you want to like if you want to get food and stuff, if the person that you're stuck with gets a bit annoying, like anything like that, like
You can
gun
sleep with
also,
them.
yeah, can shag him. Yeah,
Yeah.
if I had the bed. So like a gun, functionally, I think makes more sense. But a bed, like, otherwise you'd just be sleeping on the sand or like some sort of like I don't know bamboo tree like thing that you try to make or a hammock. I think a bed. I'm gonna go with bed. That'd be my luxury item. And then the one show person or one Minifan I would choose. Just thinking about this, and they're all fucking idiots, so it's quite hard. They're either everyone's either. I think maybe I go with Jamie, Australian Jamie.
So you can.
I've seen him. Well, I've seen him banging that big drum, so I know he's got like a lot of like endurance. So I reckon like he'd be able to like go and like forage for shit.
And at least then
He's
you can
also
argue. You can argue about the sport, you know?
Yeah, we can spend 10 years arguing about football.
Yeah, at least if you get like my cousin Dylan on, you know, like you're both gonna slob each other about Arsenal.
Yeah, that's when the bed will come useful. And we can, we can spoon together and talk about Arsenal. But also in my head, like Jamie's a train driver as well. So in my head, he'll have some sort of like mechanical or engineering skills, or like he's got like a bit of. Yeah, I think he'll be the most like useful person that I can think of.
Right. Okay.
So those are my two. Jackson, go on, you go.
Well, my luxury item wasn't that. I couldn't think of something really interesting. I mean, my first thought was I'd like to bring the guitar and amp because you know I think I'd get miserable without being able to play songs on the guitar. Then I also thought, just given we have never-ending battery and fuel, let's say, how fun would it be to, if you're on an island, just have a Jeep or some shit like that and just do skids nonstop? I mean, how fun would that be? Just
That would be amazing.
Just cruise the forest in a fucking Jeep. So I think that's what I would do. And then the person, like you said, the person's also really hard because my first instinct was like, all right, well, if I kind of followed the exact same lines as you, even though we didn't talk about this. Like my first thought was like, all right, how can we can't like build stuff to get off the island, but we can like, you know, be creative and make it fun while we're there, which is why I kind of thought Bio Dude, because I feel like Bio Dude would be really interesting. And he's off his fucking lid. And I just think it would be never ending, like something interesting going on as well. But then I notched them off on the last episode. But imagine like announcer Josh, like I could just talk sports fucking nonstop. We could just have
a good one.
We can just talk sports, and he's like a history guy. He knows fucking everything. I could teach him about cricket. You know, he can chew my ear off about John Jones. I don't know. I think that'd be good. So I'm gonna go with announcer Josh because I think that'd be. I don't know. We got a lot of common there. You know.
So after the last episode, there were some messages sent in surprise about you loving Timeout Talk so much.
It's a great show. It's very professional.
I'm not saying it's not. It's just like I think you're so fervently like loving it that it's taken people by surprise that you're just like absolutely enamored with Josh and the Timeout Talk show.
If you've ever listened to the show, I know people have the opinion already just by following KMS. But if you've ever actually watched the show, like he could easily be on the radio or host a TV show or anything. Like he's got the voice for it. He's very professional. He knows what he's talking about. He knows fucking everything. I don't know how he has a job. I don't know how those two guys have jobs because they know everything about every sport. Like in depth, you know, like not every like Yank knows about fucking the Euro soccer, but they can tell you every player's name, every stat. Very professional operation. It's a fantastic show. Everyone should watch it. It's a promo.
It is a good show.
Shout out them. Have you watched it, Percy?
Yeah. I like sports.
I like sports too. I'm going to watch it then. I will. Yeah, shout out sports. Go on then, Percy, what you got?
Now, on the luxury item, if I promise not to use it to escape, and then I bring a jet ski.
Oh, yeah, that's a good shout.
If I promise not to escape.
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere, I promise.
I'd either bring a jet ski or like a nicotine. And I was thinking about this.
Whoa, that's a tough one.
I'm probably going to bring the nicotine because there are going to be days when I'm going to be sleep deprived. I'm going to be hungry. I'm going to be sunburnt.
Yeah.
I need something to keep that mind sharp, and so I'm going to bring nicotine to keep me going on there. And my one person. Now, I'm a pretty like when I'm not on here, I'm a pretty like introverted dude. I like to just kind of stay by myself and shit. So I would like someone else that's going to stay by themselves, and so that's
And not
why.
talk.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring Snell, and we're both gonna be on opposite sides of the island. He's always out in the woods doing shit, so I know
Yeah,
he
you know
knows
how to
how
light
to
a
do
good
that
fire.
shit. Yeah, so he's gonna build a bunch of shit, and then I'll just kind of walk by and like stop in the hut, you know, the extra huts he made and shit, and you know, sit by the fire that he made and shit, and then we probably wouldn't talk to each other for 10 years, and it would just be glorious. We'd just be on the opposite sides of the islands, living our lives.
You could have given me 50 guesses. I would never have guessed that you picked Steve Snell.
Do you have a close second or anything? Was there anyone else you considered?
As a second, I thought maybe Joe the Axe would serve in a similar role. Like she'd stay to herself and I'd stay to myself, and like she's pretty smart, so we can put our heads together every once in a while to solve a problem.
True. Fucking yeah, bring back Fat
Yeah.
Axe. Look at that.
Fat Axe never left.
Yeah,
We're still processing and learning stuff.
consuming the data. That's a good shout. Yeah, maybe.
I want Snell
maybe-
back. I like Snell.
Uh,
All right.
I did to start with, and then he went away, and then he came back, and I think his Twitter went a bit wild with stuff that I'm not really like that interested in. So I think I like muted him. Sorry,
He's good. I think he's good crazy, you know? Like he's like a much better Stephen Gloucester.
yeah. Well, that was a great
Much.
last week. What a shame that he was in there and Biodude wasn't just able to had to slaughter himself.
The good thing was, I think it killed it. You know, like I think that's it. Like
Yeah.
it was.
What with Stephen Buster?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he was terrible.
Yeah.
So I think that perfectly ended it. You know, it was Thanksgiving. You know, he's the turkey. I think it worked out really well. And Biodude stole the show. You know, and the Mutt thing might be over. Kirk was talking about how he's gone until fucking at least next year. That's interesting.
Oh, I have an interesting thought experiment for you, Jackson. So you know how they have that rule where you can, or they have that contest that if you win it on the show, you can ban somebody from the studio for a year. You just walk away.
No. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking. I didn't think about it, so now I'm in a panic.
No. Here, I got a curveball.
Sure.
Obviously he'd say fuck no, but what if someone did say I don't want Kirk?
I think you should start listening to another podcast.
Me?
What do you reckon?
No. But
What do you think? What do you think his reaction would be?
Oh, he'd say fuck that, no. Or he'd probably
Yeah.
say, yeah, he'd do the technicality where it's you're banned from the third chair. So he'd be
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm banned from the third chair for a year, but I'm still going to host. That's exactly what he'd do.
So nothing would change. Yeah, right. Exactly.
Oh, absolutely nothing would change. I'm not saying, but just
It would be funny
who
though.
would fill the void? Would it be Mick? Would it be Mutt? Would it be like I'm not trying to ban Kirk from it. I just think the thought experiment would be
Mick running that show would be very funny.
who would fill that? Who would take over the throne?
That's a really good question. So what you're asking, if I'm understanding correctly, if he was to be banned for a year, but the show had to carry on, and then this is on the assumption that after a year he comes back and he's absolutely fine with it. So if he was to follow the rules, who would be the best person to fill his booth? I don't know. Ooh. I don't think it'd be Mick.
I think it would be.
The best? Or who do you think would?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
he's
definitely
throwing another
curve.
curve.
Over. Menace would be flying over.
Oh yeah, can you imagine? He like fucking rat up a drain pipe.
The best would be
Straight
Montante.
Yes. That would be a good one.
Can I ask you another question as well? I don't know if you've seen many of the posts recently about the banning of the third chair. Have you noticed the consensus far and away is Mick?
Yep.
Is it?
Yeah. If you go into the comment section, it's like if anybody says Mick, it's got fucking 30 likes plus. Like everybody is out on Mick. It's either Mick or Andy Mayo, and Mick is leading it by a distance. People fucking hate Mick.
Yeah, because I was listening to the shows yesterday, and everybody was saying Mayo. On
That
the
would-
show.
Yeah. I think it's that thing where Mick's being like there's. I think of obviously like Kirk's. I mean, we all know like Kirk's seen the stuff about the whatever the Celtics and the Bruins. I think he's probably had a stab in the dark with this one Soto thing, but we all know that Kirk's feeding that, and it's like his Kirk's little game.
Just
but
to jump on.
It's just.
There you go. Sorry.
Wait, no, hold on, wait. But I reckon it's just like the classic thing of like he's been pushed so much, like everyone, and he goes in like a 3-day cycle, like everyone just everyone goes 2 bananas there and then just turns, and it's now hit that stage where it's like, nah, fuck that, I had enough of it. You
Pat
both
Ford
frozen.
learned AI.
What?
Sorry. No, I just randomly looked at Twitter and Pat Ford learned AI.
Oh no.
Yeah, he has him walking out to a concert because he says he's about to ban Kane for 365 days. But he's got a new
is it that
weapon in his arsenal.
Is it that video of that everyone like superimposes where it's like the guy swaggering out onto the festival stage?
Yeah, isn't that like Travis Scott? I forget who it was, but
yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think that makes me feel a little bit better because I think that's a fairly easy one to just Google. How do you do this? And I've had it with like Arsenal players. Oh, Jackson's gone again. There you go.
oh, Little
What's-
Yachty. Sorry.
There. So, Mr. Ford. Oh, Jackson's back again.
Yes, Mr. Ford.
I never went anywhere.
This is the other thing he does, PS. He tries to like gaslight me and say, no, I haven't been anywhere. I haven't gone anywhere. I'm not
I've
frozen.
been right here the whole time, man.
Fucking like.
Oh yeah, mood when I win the Black Friday raffle and ship Kane. That doesn't look like him. It's not like a. Oh blimey, that's a good video.
Oh, blimey. What are you up to? What did I miss?
Hold on, I'll share it.
All right. And then I'm going to go. I've got a hard out as well.
Yeah. Hold on, just very quickly share this. I'm not
Oh,
going
look
to
at
dox
that,
myself
yeah.
in any way, am I? Am I going to dox myself?
What's the context? Fuck. What's the caption?
Say again.
Oh, no, I just read the caption. See, that's what
Yes,
a 3-6 Mafia concert looks like.
That's quite. That's a good video. That's better than most of the ones I've seen. That's dangerous. The fact that Pat Ford's now starting to get this sort of knowledge.
I know he's
You-
going to be deadly.
Which one did you want to do? You want to... that's the guy you want to fuck, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's
that
what it
was
is.
for context, BLC, we did marry, fuck, kill earlier, and
Oh,
I was given the option of Pat Ford, Johnny Warren, and Bobby Costa, and I said I'd have to kill Bobby Costa because my girlfriend said he's dreamy. So I've got to get rid of competition. Johnny Warren married because he's Johnny Warren. Yeah, he's marriage material. And then Pat's just a fucking lunatic. So it'd probably be like some sort of relatively good shag. So that's the context of what Jackson just said there.
I think you're spot on with that too.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm never
All
wrong.
right.
Ever.
I think on that note we're good. I think we're good.
All right. Cheers,
All right.
boys.
Adios.
Until next
Catch
time.
you later.
All right.
Yeah.
See ya.
See you guys.
Bye, everyone.